go back.
It's sunny.
We promised.
It's also
and we delivered.
really blazing sunny.
Oh,
Volume.
I turned it up for Poisson Steve and I forgot to turn it down.
That's on Steve. How could you do
It was
this
really
to us?
important. Yeah, I'm 2 for 2 of the gift of prophecy today, so like a little scared by that. Yeah.
The gift of prophecy.
The nat 20, the
And
sun.
sunshine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch your back.
Right, we've done our book reading. We've had our little library session. What are we doing now?
You as the DMR are allowed to just do stuff as well, you know.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
I unironically am concerned for this child now that I remember she exists, and I kind of want to just do a real quick scope, see if I can find her.
Okay.
But like, we don't need to devote time to that if you don't want to, because it feels like it's like so tangentially related to everything.
Okay.
If she's alive, she's alive. I don't have anything to offer her at the moment because I'm out of everything, including good berries.
Is there anything anybody would want to do before going to bed? Is effectively what I need to ask you here.
Yeah, look for this kid, but that could be
Look
off.
for kid,
That can
okay.
be off screen.
Are we doing anything with Sir Siren?
Oh
I'd
yeah,
loudly
you
ask
did
him.
want to talk.
How are you enjoying your book?
How's it? I was gonna do the exact same thing!
Yeah.
I like to think that means you said it at the same time.
Telepathic bond works.
Not
like
even
that.
with the bond. We just
We'll
We're
both
just
just
like that.
simultaneously blurt out, how's the book, Sir Siren?
as
Look at
he's
each
staring
other.
us down.
Oh, and not as interesting as what I see before me, I believe.
Some reading.
A very powerful group of people.
Reading.
Reading.
We've been in front of you before.
I'm aware.
He's talking like a normal person.
He's talking like Miriam.
Grazia.
Grazia, yes. Either. Both. Have we ever seen the two of them in the room at the same
both-
time?
No.
He's both mad and sexy.
Oh god.
God help us.
We'll never survive.
I'm so.
Three common people in front of me. Yeah, reading.
It'd be so easy just to be like, so what's your deal?
Yeah, we're the last people that spoke. So
Are you? I can't
Yeah.
remember, sorry.
he said, "Oh, we said we've been in front of you
Very powerful
before."
people, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
there'd be a soft smile and he'd say, whilst I do believe you have most of the council fooled into thinking exactly what you suggest is going to happen is what is going to happen, I would suggest that not everyone is as bad with their history.
Yes. He's literally holding a history book as he says this, which is very funny because it means that he was low-key a little bad at his history and he did have to go check something.
Would you not double check?
Yeah. It's like,
I
You
was
were
thinking
like, oh
that.
my god, these people
Hang
are
on.
about to commit treason. I should probably check that my facts are correct in my head
Yeah.
before I
we're not committing treason. We're not, because we're not sworn to these
Yeah,
guys.
we're not part of this city.
We probably
treason.
Yeah,
Little bit
listen,
of treason.
his god started it by sicking an angel
Let's jump
on
back
him.
into the conversation.
Sorry.
I do think he might be reading the book that we read before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Do
is
we
it
recognize
actually?
it?
But
Is it
Do
the
we
one?
recognize
Yeah.
it?
it's certainly one of the ones you did read before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we read that one before. It's a bit of a page turner.
It's quite scandalous.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
We didn't quite get to the end because Miriam tried to kill us, but you know, she seems a lot more chill with you reading than us.
See, like he would frown a little bit and look at Miriam, and Miriam would look up and sort of,
She also doesn't remember.
Miriam's
reading
like,
us
I've never
before,
met
so-
these people before in my life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who are you?
there's like a little flicker there that makes us and like, did you set a book on fire or something?
No, we were just there.
I riddled her with
we
about
were
60
reading
crossbow
about
bolts.
the history of the Knights of Ash, and she did not appreciate that.
You must have caught her in a bad mood.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Not everyone is aware of the Knights of Ash's.
More shameful moments.
Including most of the Knights of Ash, it would seem.
Yes. decisions were made that the good the group could do after moving on and eradicating the leadership that put forward such motions would do more good to the world than to disband the Knights of Ash.
That is really dangerous propaganda to just like sweep a bunch of things under the rug, because that's just, you're doomed to repeat your own mistakes if they're not educated on them.
Depends on who is educated on them. Do we need to be educated on them?
If the masses were educated on this, then surely everybody would be able to point at it and be like, hey look, it's happening again. Listen, above the table I know that this is tragically not working. But that's again because people are sweeping things under the rug. This is censorship. This is unacceptable.
Is that to say that the leadership should know?
I would suggest that some of the leadership does know. And
Would William happen to be one of them?
William knows certain things. I think it's lucky for yourselves that he is not aware of the name of the particularly relevant Celestial
So
in that crusade.
let's be really, really plain with this, because you do know her name.
I'm well aware of who she is.
And this is just something that's of interest to you? Is this something we should be concerned? Should we be drawing swords and like combating right now? Or what is your curiosity with this entail to this extent that you are not like running to William and pointing it out?
Do you know what my role is?
Not really.
Some sort of historical advisor,
Professional dodderer.
word man.
I think I've probably got his exact
Yeah,
title
probably.
written somewhere on the list.
I prefer all of those titles. But alas, my role is as a councilman.
Mm-hmm.
My individual role on that council is Keeper of Histories.
Oh, that does make sense. You would know this then.
It is thus one of my great charges to ensure that history does not repeat itself.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst, yes, I think there is some concern that I am a follower of Tor, my concern is not for my god right now.
Is it for the people? For us? For Io?
I am sworn as a Knight of Ash and as a councilman to protect all those I can. That is not limited to the Knights of Ash, and it is not limited to the people that live in Prowler.
Okay.
My goal is to help anyone I can.
That is very refreshing take as like a religious individual to be like, hey, this is for the good of all.
It's a dangerous point of view. You could justify almost anything with that mentality.
Everybody does that though. Any like religious zealot can justify anything. And I'm saying that that's one of the more refreshing takes.
I would suggest that, yes, I could. But I try not to. And I try not to act in shadow, I suppose, so that others may scrutinise my actions and potentially help guide me to better paths in the future, should I make a mistake. I don't agree with the censorship that we have in place as parts of the Knights of Ash, but it's not my place to remove that. That would have to be done by a unanimous council vote, which has never passed. What I'm trying to suggest that whilst I am well aware of what you are doing, and well aware of the fact that it does fly in the face of my god, I do believe it to be the safest and most compassionate course of action for the people that are currently trapped in hell. I think it will have immense long-term ramifications.
Yep.
And I think there should be some thought put into how that is dealt with as the aftermath of what we have done begins to reveal itself. And I think we should accept the fact that we will have angered a very, very powerful god.
I got that
Speak
you
Tuesday.
have like yeah, you've aligned yourself to this god in a way that not even Adolin has, really. Are you willing to, like, you know, see how that pans out? That seems like a very dangerous move on your own part for your own well-being. Or is it just like the many not the few kind of deal?
I have devoted 62 years of my life to Dawn. And
In telepathic tone, I'm like, I for sure thought he was older. Like,
Well, I doubt
way
he started as a
older.
baby.
No, I thought he was going to be like hundreds of years.
Oh.
he appears human.
Still.
So 62 is fucking old for a human in, like, sort of, like, medieval fantasy.
Yeah, but from how he's acting. Like, my parents are in their mid-60s.
Yes, but they have healthcare.
Your parents
Yeah.
are
He lives in the city full of
also...
clerics.
Yeah, he has healthcare.
He is a cleric. He can cure wounds himself.
He's looking good. You're looking good, my man. Yes, definitely need that.
There's daily lesser restoration.
Insight check.
I would suggest that my faith is not the most important thing to be considered right now.
Yep. Okay, cool. Did you have a question?
Yes. I have 2 questions. Where did the chair come from?
Important.
Yeah, the important one first.
Clearly.
He'd grin at you. Just a grin, I'm afraid.
Incredibly unhelpful, thank you. Second question. Do you know what is up with William? Why is he so set and so determined on getting physical buildings back to the material plane?
You'd see, like, he'd sit back in his chair and, like, stroke his beard a little bit more. And there'd be that sparkle in his eyes again. And say, I think perhaps you already know the answer to this.
That's so unhelpful.
Oh,
That's- Listen,
You know what you are
he's
currently
doing a roll
doing.
of 32,
Yes.
so you're not allowed to do this to him.
I rolled a nat 20 on the very religion check to try and understand this, and you did not tell us.
Yeah.
So no, the short answer is we do not know.
Sorry.
You are attempting to ascend,
Yes.
Earfield. You need Pearlmire to do that.
Mm-hmm.
William is a staunch follower of Torn.
So he just really doesn't want her to ascend, but also
This is Torm's
isn't
domain?
telling anyone?
This is Torm's domain, and
No.
if it was...
But withholding it and putting it back on the material plane would mean that Earfield would have no domain. And she would not be able to
Okay,
ascend.
so he does know.
I suspect that William has been given a mission by his own spirit guide,
Oh,
but he has not been told why.
right.
So he knows he needs to get the buildings back to the material plane. And he will continue to fight to do that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he does not know why he needs to do that.
Is he a reasonable man?
Define reasonable?
So, I would consider Adolin a reasonable man in the sense that you followed your
Child.
spirit guide for, listen who's talking, 62, like you're a baby, you're an infant as well. Yeah, Adolin was reasonable, followed his spirit guide as he was like guiding him with good intent, but eventually got around to the stage of questioning because he could see that things weren't adding up to, you know, much to his own detriment, and kind of called that out. would that be something that William would be even willing of, or is he a blind follower to his spirit guide and to his god?
I think perhaps something to consider is that spirit guides are not frequent. They're only assigned to folk of great power and potential. William has one, of that I am sure, although, as is custom, it is not typically revealed who has these guides. William has
Thanks for giving me away, boy.
You don't have one anymore, so like...
William has achieved a great position of power. He is the High Observer for the Knights of Ash.
Yep.
I would suggest that he would not have been able to do that had he not been a true faithful.
Okay. Right, yes. So he went into it with incredibly good intentions. I imagine he's done a lot of good for the community.
He's an incredible High Observer, and we've had a period of great prosperity under him.
If it came to a point where he could actively see that the choice was leave these people abandoned in Pearlmire, like, and not necessarily be able to get back to the material plane, or save them all and defy his spirit guide.
I believe he's already made that decision, although perhaps with less information.
Yeah.
He's allowing you to do this ritual, which will take Pearlmire to a pocket dimension, is his understanding.
He just wants it back, right.
His understanding is then he will fight to get it back after that. He isn't aware of the Ascension ritual that
Okay.
he will be conducting as part of this.
This could be, okay.
Which means he isn't aware that he is not going to be able to get the domain back after this ritual has been conducted.
So, that's not too bad then, to be honest.
It means I think if no one interferes, I do not think he will.
Sweet. Okay, right, let's get this thing going then, quick, before Alice can throw anything else at us.
Do it right now in the dead of night.
Let's do it! Hi, where are you? Cool. So you're not gonna prevent us from doing this?
No.
Can we expect your support?
In
Whatever may come next?
if you're expecting me to fight, I'm not sure you're asking the right person.
I didn't say fight, I said support.
My support has always been for the good of the people of Pearlmire.
Okay. Just, if you decide that the good of the people of Pearlmire isn't found with us, can we talk about it first, a bit like this, rather than, throwing hands? You seem like a scrapper.
I think that would depend on what you were trying to do.
Well, you know the plan.
We're going to face obstacles, I think. If you suspect that the High Observer has been informed to not lose possession of the city by his guide, then his guide knows what our plan is. Which means that Torm knows what our plan is.
You'd see, he would glance down at the floor and tap the circle on the floor from where Io had been held on the floor, and say, my understanding of what happened here would suggest that he is known for some time.
Yep.
Well, did we actually have that plan in place when we were trying to bust her out?
I
thought we only came up with that
we
afterwards.
didn't.
We didn't, but the pieces were there. It was always a possibility.
I think by that point you had both the physical representation of Io, the divine essence, and the spiritual essence all in one place.
But I don't think we had the plan in place to fully ascend her to Godhood to save the city. I think we were still just
They
trying to...
might have been able to see the pieces and extrapolate what we would come up with.
Yeah. I don't think we knew at that point in time
No,
that this is where
but
things
you
would
also
end
know
up.
that is what the cult was intending to happen.
Yeah.
So you knew that there was a plan in place for that. The pieces has all been lined up for that. You only just chose to activate that plan after that. you chose to keep pushing the plan forwards that was already mildly in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But we're the good guys,
Mm.
so it's fine, right?
You tell me.
Is there going to be, I mean, cards on the table, do you know who drew that magic circle that you're referring to there? Huh?
What are the
Do I
angels?
know the angel's name? No.
Do you know that there was a squad of them here?
Not until I came down and saw the evidence.
If they tried to stop us once, are they going to try and stop us again?
Reasonable
I
to
think it
assume.
would be
Think so.
naive to assume not.
Do you have a spirit guardian? Or a spirit guide?
I think that would be inappropriate to answer.
I'm just... I
God,
didn't-
Paul, you can't
That
just
sounds
ask
like a
people
yes.
that.
I didn't expect for you to say yes or no. It just said that you yourself seem very powerful, and I would be
Maybe
curious.
he's a spirit guide.
Whoa! He spreads wings and takes off.
Good luck!
I'm just curious, especially because it would mean that we had people playing both sides, like like different facets of Torm, who are giving other different pieces of
That'd be crazy.
advice.
Yeah.
It's mutiny within the ranks.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, Jarvis really seemed kind of mutinous at times.
Mutinous against who?
I don't know. It's just like he didn't behave like I would have quantified a child of Torm would. But then again, we've established that Torm isn't really.
He's not like, I mean, he was a follower, an angel. He wasn't a child, at least according to this.
No, not a child. Yes, just the conventional like brother son sister kind of deal. Yeah.
Mhm. The metaphorical child
Yeah.
of Torm. Yeah.
Well,
Okay. They're going to try and stop us then.
it's fine. We're gonna be fine.
We'll be
Can
ready.
we sleep through the night? They're not gonna try and kill us, right? We should sleep in set shifts just in case.
Do you want to stay down here or do you want to go back upstairs?
Ooh, we can stay down here. That's a good idea. I want to go up and again look for the girl,
Mhm.
and then also maybe talk to Urshu and let him know things.
We're going to be fighting more angels tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you seen a demonic cat anywhere?
You seen a little girl anywhere?
They might be the same
They're
thing.
the same! Oh my god, that would be such Alex. I would fucking
Bam!
love that. That would be
Twist!
so good. Oh my god. Right,
Answer
new
no
headcanon.
to both.
Devastating.
Well, if you see one,
I should.
note it. I don't know.
The winged cat was a fiend. Is a fiend.
There's a lot of those here.
This one's inside the temple somewhere and we don't know.
Although we
What
haven't
it is.
discovered that any of them could be inside the temple, so it doesn't really matter.
Very true. Yeah.
Also could have left. I don't know. It came from Feywilds.
Could be Glasgow.
Yeah.
We
So
don't
found
know.
it. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Glasgow.
Maybe it's like a familiar or something. Maybe it's Glasgow's familiar.
Just yell into the telepathic wand.
Just loudly.
Like,
Is this
"Hey."
your cat?
Is this your
You have
cat?
a wrist
Hey.
phone for her.
That's less fun.
Is this your cat?
Do you have one?
Have you lost your cat?
Have you lost your cat?
Call this number.
Oh wait, 100k. Sorry, yes. Do we have any more questions for Siren, or are we going upstairs? Are we sleeping
Okay.
down here?
I'll go up for a bit. Have a hunt. Come back
Mhm.
down once I find Urshu and maybe Lena and Garen. Clifford is with us, I assume. It was never
No,
explicitly
Clifford
stated.
was with Varro.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they were
Mhm.
chilling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm fine with like sleeping back upstairs amongst everybody else. Almost feels
Yeah.
safer, I think.
Yeah.
With the civilians, lots of witnesses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're their heroes. And if
Yeah.
we start getting jumped in the middle of the night by knights or angels or something, they'll-
Yeah, it would kind of.
Shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Do you need a hand back up the stairs?
Oh, that would be lovely, thank you.
Insight check. I think this guy's spry as fuck. He's only 62.
You can roll me an insight check if you
Okay.
really want.
This guy's got a 3-foot vertical leap.
Guidance. Let's re-roll on that 20.
I would be very unsurprised if he had hidden knives in his shoes.
28.
I mean, he seems genuinely, like, happy at the offer of help. I think with that kind of insight check, you'd be able to see he doesn't need it. He just likes it.
I say nothing. You gonna give him a piggyback?
No, just like a hand on a shoulder.
Are we
Really.
calling Lucky?
Oh, you just teleport him up.
I'm still showing a
How,
degree of
how
rep.
far up is it?
It's too far
Respect.
from Misty's.
It was like
About how
15,
far?
15 minutes worth of
It's
walking.
about 120 feet deep or something.
No, it was definitely, you said it was 15 minutes of walking. I remember that. So, like,
Yeah, but it's very slow because it's like a spiral.
that's way more than 120, I would say.
Hmm.
We don't need to get caught up in the minutia, but
Okay. No, I can only get you 60.
No, it'd be definitely more than that.
alas.
Yeah, Adolin just gives him a hand up the stairs.
Okay. So we start to pack up and leave.
Let's.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Okay.
don't take any of the books because Miriam's going to kill us.
Yeah.
Nobody takes any books.
Specifically of them.
Okay.
Maybe we'll hide Kai's section like back in the like dumb books.
Hmm.
You know, the ones where like Miriam was like, absolutely not, these are
Yeah.
terrible. Like scatter some ash over them, make it look even worse again.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Reverse prestidigitation.
You can do that.
You
You,
can
can make
do
it
that,
better.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Miriam would look mildly annoyed, but not do anything.
Yeah.
You're making a book dirtier. But they like continue her sorting and stuff.
Cool. Okay. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Heading
Yeah.
back upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Whee.
So we head back upstairs. We briefly greet the light raven that's sat on guard outside the library.
I forgot about that dude. Blanked him on the way in.
I think you'd immediately see like a little note of surprise at Sir Siren walking past with you all. He doesn't seem to recognise him.
He didn't come in? Like,
How
You
long
ask
were
him
you
that?
down there for?
Are you asking Sir Siren that?
Mhm.
He would say a couple of hours.
did you?
Did you come in this door?
No.
There's another door.
No.
You teleport?
Oh, that would be telling, wouldn't it?
Yes, quite literally, and I would be curious.
You could be lying. Invisibility is only a 2nd level spell. Could have just walked right in.
Potentially. Heading back upstairs, Sir Siren would like peel off, and you'd see that there is like a very like confused cleric running around, essentially looking for Sir Siren, having lost his mentor. And you see when they catch up with that, Sir Siren, where have you been? He's like, oh, I had this lovely nap and this wonderful dream. I'll tell you all about it. And you can see the cleric immediately goes, yes, Sir Siren. And like starts to lead him off in a direction. But we head back into the main refugee area where you've got the Light Ravens camp at the back where you've been sleeping most of the time. You can see like Belinda has actually moved into this area now. Now that the main hospital area has essentially been sort of disorganized, like as in like there's nobody sick or ill anymore. Earfield has gone round and appears to have healed almost everybody of everything. So there's nobody like sat there with like missing limbs or open or anything like that. She has gone round and healed a lot of people.
Wow.
Awesome.
She doesn't appear to be in this room at the moment, but because of that, like the hospital area has been deconstructed and like there's a lot more entranceway and stuff like that. So Belinda has like clopped her way in and is like settled down at the back with the light ravens. You can see there's like several children that are like gently like brushing her like tail and stuff like that and pleating it and things like that, and she's like gently like nibbling on them and stuff.
That's really
You
cute.
can see like Ursula is sat not Ursula, sorry, Varro is no, I'm good, thank you. Varro is sat there with like Clifford, who is like dead to the world in his arms, just like gently giving him belly rubs and like chatting to the children and stuff. It's really like wholesome almost, like the atmosphere in here. There's like
It seems a lot less stressful, more peaceful.
everyone's like happy. There's like a bit of joy going around. People are sharing, admittedly very thin soup, but they're like they're chatting and like excited and that aura of hope in this room that hasn't been there for some time.
That's really nice. I'm really glad.
You can see like as you make your way through the room as well. You can roll me an investigation check, Polly, to have a look for the child.
Okay.
While we go through the room.
I don't want to keep on spamming and guidance, but for real, can I?
Yes, I will note that you shouldn't be doing that for like reactionary things.
No.
Like technically, I don't think you can do it for an insight check on a reaction to something somebody's saying, because you have to know that it's coming to cast guidance, kind of thing. But yes, you know you're investigating for a child, thus you can cast it on yourself.
Jesus Christ.
23.
23?
Investigation.
Okay.
18 and 19. Hell yeah.
Nice. You can't see the child that was present during Will's, Adolin's trial.
I ask around, even if it means talking to some Knights of Ash.
Okay. Nobody recognises the description that you give. A lot of them like, I'm so sorry, not
Were
many
any of
people
them
survived, so.
That's dark as fuck. Were any of them present for Will's Adolin's
trial? No.
Sir Siren wasn't there, was he?
I believe he was. I believe he was one of the judges.
Well, then
Was he?
I'll ask why. I'll ask him. I'll be like, hey, where did that girl go? Did she?
I'm going to double check. I remember a halfling woman.
Yeah, I remember there being
I think there being a dragonborn.
Oh, I might have got him confused with the whole halfling woman, sorry. They're old. But no, she doesn't appear to be in the room.
Dang it. Alright. Well.
As you're moving through the room as a group as well, you can see that people are like muttering thanks to you all. There's quite a lot of like gratitude shown to you as a group as you're moving through, and like almost not quite prayers given to you, but like as you pass a certain woman that you recognise as like one of the initial groups that you pulled as a team back into this church and things like that, she would turn to you and say, "Oh, blessed be, thank you." You're getting that a lot. Like there'd be like a lot of people saying thank you and like bowing to you slightly as recognising you all as people that are like saving the city.
Wow, maybe we should try out for Godhood.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. Might be some domains going spare.
It's going spare.
Here's the god of revelry and chaos. God of pirates. God of honey.
No, we're collectively the god of brunch.
Yeah. The
Mimosas.
god of mimosas.
Bloody Marys, is it?
Oh, yes.
If you say Bloody Mary into a mirror 3 times, you just get a cool, refreshing beverage.
One of the three of you appears and be like, "What do you need? I haven't had my second Bloody Mary today."
Big night out last night. Gotcha, don't worry.
I am out of tomato juice, but I have carrot juice.
Lovely. Okay, so we do not find the child, but we settle down for a long rest then?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Whew,
He's
feels
a
like
bitch
it's been a minute.
Almost a
Wow.
month and a half since we slept.
Longer.
Longer.
Although I only used 7 hit die. That's pretty good. I'll get them all back. That's nice.
Okay.
We long rest. Let's
Okay.
go.
Is there anything that I can do? I can't even do a prep spell for tomorrow because I used my fancy extra bonus slot. On you and your cursed nature.
Oh, did you remove
Yeah.
curse with that?
Yeah, I
Oh.
didn't have it prepared, so I
Okay.
had to. So alas, This also means that Hero's Feast will be concluding.
Yes. But thank you for that. That was great.
That's my pleasure. So yeah, nothing else that I can really do for tomorrow.
Take long rest, reset everything, and hit points reset back to pre-Heroes Feast levels.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ah, yes. We all nervously go to sleep, expecting to fight more angels on the morrow.
That sounds lovely.
I'm going to quietly look at my spells.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I imagine we all long rest happily.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
We're doing it in
Maybe a little
shifts.
fitly.
Yeah, I think it's worthwhile.
Do you want to get your NPCs in on that as well? Like, I'm not sure. Clifford's going to be much use, but Barrow and Belinda would offer to help.
Hmm. Sorry, say one more time.
Do we want Belinda and Varro to help with the keeping watch for the long rest?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we take a series of shifts over the night. Nothing eventful happens, thankfully. None of your watches are interrupted. None of your sleep is interrupted. So you may all wake having had a good long rest.
Hooray!
Yeah.
And what are we doing bright and early in the morning?
Have our
Excellent
morning
question.
water soup. Go find EO.
Yeah. Find you feel. Just like
Get this
gear
party
up
started.
for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adolin's like going through all of his gear and he's like, right, magic crossbow bolts, all done. Potion of giant strength, gone. Potion of growth, gone. Like all
Just doing a clear out.
and well, he's used so much. Like it's all been good stuff, but he's realizing he's just about down to his wits and his non-consumables now. And there might be a very
have some
difficult.
glue.
We have legendary sovereign glue and universal solvent. So at any point,
If
if we
it comes right down to it, we can just glue William Matthews to the floor. He can't
Yeah.
can't interrupt anything then.
Yep, takes a minute to set.
Should I
Crits
prepare
to come down.
anti-life shell?
What is that?
It is kind of what it says in the tin. It's a barrier, a 10-foot radius around me that moves with me. Lasts for up to an hour concentration. It hedges out creatures other than undead and constructs. So like things can pass through it. So spells and ranged attacks can get through it, but people can't. I don't know if that would be beneficial.
Creatures can.
Creatures generally, yes, absolutely, but including people.
What happens if you run up to another creature?
If you move so that an affected barrier creature is forced to pass through the barrier, the spell ends. So, like, me running at someone is no good, it would just conclude
It's
it.
not like a Zorb thing where you run at them and they bounce off.
Yeah. Although, maybe if I had 8th level, I could do it like that.
That would be really funny.
I don't know what the setup is. Like,
Absorb your
should I be protecting? Should I be like, I was fucking an enforcer and like, just like make sure that people can't get nearer, or
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll think about it. But it's
Can you cast that on somebody else?
No, it's centered around myself.
Okay.
I could stay really near them. It's also 5th level actually, so we could put
No.
it. We could put it in the Ring of Spell Storing.
Oh yeah.
Whoever
Does anybody want
wanted
that?
it attuned would
Yeah.
have that.
I'm maxed out on attunement items.
But that being said, also like, how are we doing with the Ring of Spell Storing?
I think I don't know who's carrying it at the moment. I don't know if anybody's currently attuned.
I think that
I thought you had
you
it.
had it, yeah.
Okay.
Since you were
Do you have the gauntlets now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ring of Spell Storing is available if anybody wants to pop it on, pop some spells in it.
maybe we could ask Siren to give us one.
Ooh.
Because like if I put it at a 5th level, it would be now he's down a 5th level for the rest of the day. But if he says that he's not going to fight for us, maybe we could get something cool from him.
Yeah.
Might be worth asking. I like freedom of movement. I'm going to prepare that again. I've unprepared Will of Stone. Otherwise, unless you tell me otherwise.
Nah, I think
It had its moment.
it absolutely did. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sorry, this is the boring part.
Is there anything else that folk want to do in the morning then that we
No.
can?
I don't think so. No? Can't think of anything?
Yeah, not that I can think of either. Other than looking for that wee girl again, looking for a cat, having some breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
maybe having a little bit of an eavesdrop again on Will.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would that be worth having a look?
that's not a bad show. Hey. And my evil plans to stop the heroes are going to be...
Yeah, we just follow the evil laughter.
Adolin chuckles in his sleep.
Oh, we should check in that Garen's not going to explode.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
see if that was successful. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we going? We've had breakfast.
Yeah.
You can continue to
Thank
sort
you.
out your spells while we do this morning stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I'll go check on Garen.
Go to Garen?
Did you want to come with?
Do you
Yeah.
come with? Okay, we're going to find Garen.
Go find
Yes.
Okay. Ursha would tell you that Garen has like a room
Garen.
that he's like appropriated as his own room upstairs. He's probably there. You can see Ursha would be like, my understanding is Lena's
Is Lena still there?
staying with him. So
A scandal.
We all have to go now.
We'll knock and we'll make very loud footsteps on the way there.
thanks. I didn't tell you where he is. Right?
Of course not.
We loudly go up towards his door, saying all the while, I wonder if Garen's in his room.
I wonder if he's up yet.
Yeah, so effectively Garen has like taken over like what is somebody's office upstairs. Like essentially that's where you get directed to from her show. You vaguely know what the height thing is. It's just one of the upstairs offices. So you head up there and stomp, 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 stomp. Oh, what a lovely morning! As you go, and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Yep. Stop just around the corner from where we believe his door to be, just to like, if Lena's in there, give her a chance to duck out and without being seen.
Oh, that's very respectful of you.
Pause just before we get to the corner and go, I think we're in the right place. It's just around the corner here, right?
Yes, I think this is where we find Garen.
And only Garen.
Only Garen.
Who else would possibly be there
On this fine morning.
on this fine morning?
This fine hell morning. Yes.
And then we go around the corner and knock on the door.
Knock on the door. Okay. There's a brief pause, and then a voice, Garen's voice, ring out and say, "Come in."
Enter. And who's there?
You can quite clearly see that like there's a desk. There's obviously like a singular bed off to one side that has been
There was only one bed.
pushed off to one side. But you can see Lena is sat at the desk with what looks like a bowl of morning soup and is like gently sipping at it. Garen also like is sat at the desk with a bowl as well and is sipping at his soup as well. Come in, you just raise an eyebrow at you. Yes.
Morning, both.
We just want to check her allergies got sorted before we...
Yes. We believe so.
Good.
Are
Have
you
you tested
Are
it in
you-
any way?
cured?
Temporarily, I believe.
Ooh.
Have you tested it?
Yes.
Poke him.
Sigh, gently take off his glove and hold out his hand to you.
Go for that tentative handshake.
You flinch ever so slightly as you grab it, and then. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Really great.
Yes.
Very happy for you.
My understanding is it's not a long-term fix, but it will.
Well, it's not a long-term.
I will have
location?
to leave quickly, but Earfeel has assured me that she can get me back to the material plane swiftly.
Excellent. Very good.
So, material plane. Lena, are you staying or going to the material plane?
Her eyes would flicker to Garen, like, immediately, and say, I believe
Or would you like to discuss this later?
going to the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
It's a good point.
You did swear an oath of loyalty to her yesterday.
I've never been to the upper planes before. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm going to continue working with Earfeel, I guess. Maybe I can come and go. I don't know. But I think my future lies with her rather than the Knights of Ash. So, yeah, I'll probably stay. How about you?
I'm leaning towards leaving. I'll have a look and see what it's like, but right now I'm just imagining a lot of clouds.
Very cloudy realm.
Yeah.
Like storm clouds or like fluffy clouds?
Like fluffy clouds.
Like Disney's Mount Olympus kind of
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Fair enough. I think as this conversation starts to devolve a little bit, Garen would... It's lovely to see you, but perhaps...
You're really not one for small talk.
No.
Fair enough.
Then to move past any small talk, Sir Siren has
in the know.
has clocked everything.
He's a sharp cookie.
Right.
Is that a saying?
A sharp
No,
cookie.
that's not a saying.
Smart cookie.
Smart cookie.
Smart cookie. Sharp
Really
knife.
Yeah.
He's a sharp one.
He's just a really pointy cookie.
Because it's
Kinda
not
one
the
that
sharpest tool in the toolbox.
The roots of
The
your
sharp
mouth
tool
Yeah.
is
right
good.
into it.
It's got like cinder toffee or something in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nasty. That's gonna hurt your teeth too.
Yeah, we don't want sharp cookies. Soft cookies, or at least like crunchable cookies.
That's Clifford.
He understands everything. He's
Right. Do we need to stop him from getting?
No.
He's pretty on the up and up.
We found him in the library last night, and he's actually of a similar mind to us. Well, us similar mind to myself, in that his allegiance to Torm does not supersede his desire to save as many people as possible.
Right. So and you believe him that he isn't going to disrupt things?
I don't think we can count on his support if the High Observer kicks off, but no, I believe he wants what we want.
Okay. Okay. That is something. Alright. I suppose there is nothing more that we can do at this point. We must simply continue forwards.
Yes. There's...
You hold all the keys. There's nothing anyone can do without them. And I am not sure that there is anybody left in this city that could oppose you, should you so choose.
It's not the people in this city we're worried about at this point. I think it's more
Are we going to have to throw hands with a god?
visitors from the upper planes that may decide to try and stop us again.
I would guess yes, but I'm pessimistic.
That is the worry.
Yeah. We'll be as ready as we can be.
Yep. Shall we find Io and see if we need any materials or anything, or if we're good to go?
Yep.
Cool.
Start drawing a magic circle somewhere.
So first we need a giant orange.
A huge tangerine.
Done.
Gargantuan.
To scale.
Yes.
If I plant that, will I get another plant?
It's like
If there's seeds in it, maybe.
James and the giant orange.
Cut it open.
That is like a good 4 foot
It does look
high.
like you're gonna slice into it. You're gonna get a lovely orange
Slash.
slices.
Gotta get that fibre.
That vitamin
C.
Sunny
You're-
D that had the vitamin C. In
Which
it.
is orange juice, right? Which
Yeah.
is confusing.
Sunny D was vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Sunny D.
Yeah, but it's also orange juice, but the orange juice gives
Yeah.
you vitamin C. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I thought it didn't have vitamin D. I thought it was like orange juice, so it had vitamin C in
it
it.
has naturally occurring vitamin C because orange juice, but then it had like artificially added vitamin D.
Is that?
And that's why it has the name.
Sunny delight.
Yeah, because you need the vitamin D so your bones can absorb the calcium so they don't just shatter.
Or you get
And we don't
well,
have a lot of that in Scotland.
it's rickets,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
which isn't shattering. It's weird
But
bending.
yeah, they'll
Yeah.
bend if you're a child, and then when you get older, you'll shrink, or like your bones will be more brittle and likely to break.
Your bow-leggedness.
What
Yeah.
style is that?
Curse.
Where should I be picking up bow-leggedness?
Curse you with rickets.
It's vegetarianism.
That'd be awful, yeah.
It's not like
Curses that are just diseases.
yeah. Oh no, you're a paladin. I can't do it. Oh.
Ah!
Like in Fantasy High, when what's Lou's character?
Fabian.
Fabian.
Fabian. He's just like, you just have pneumonia now, and he's like, what's the condition pneumonia? He's like, you just have pneumonia. You were out in the rain too long.
So good.
Okay, so are we wandering off to go and find
Yeah.
Yes.
Earfield?
Mm-hmm.
So Garrett ushers you out the room.
We'll leave you to it.
Catch up with
Out we go.
Adolin's like, I don't know how to deal with this. Goodbye.
Another awkward conversation. I'll be leaving.
Don't do anything Polly wouldn't do.
Or
Have fun.
that
See,
really
Lena would
sets the bar
chuckle at
real
that.
low. 4, 3, 4. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No
5,
reaction.
6,
Okay.
7.
She's
No, I
busy
said
counting.
I said that sets the bar real low.
Yeah.
And Lena chuckled.
What are you counting?
How many spells I've got in each slot?
Oh,
I've
right.
got 7 4th level prepared, which is kind of silly, so I'm going
Whoa.
to
That is, that's a
So much,
a
yeah.
lot of 4th level.
Presuming you don't have 7 4th level slots, do you?
I don't think that's
What do you
possible.
mean I don't?
Okay, so are we? Where are we going now?
Find Io.
Yes.
Okay, where are we looking?
I'm going to yell real
The
loud.
big conference room?
Okay, go into the command center.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I think we just keep looking until we find her, really.
Yeah, there's like 3 rooms in this building.
What you want about? Just because I've already described 3 of them to you.
Well, there's no more hospital anymore. So there's
And
like...
also we started there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
there's the other sleeping room.
Yes.
There is...
There's no other sleep.
There's the command center, there's
So
the
go into-
library.
you can see she's not in the command center, but you can see like the Knights of Ash are starting to like gather up, and there's a lot of questions. You can see like Zolani's there, Gregwin's there, and they're sort of like trying to field questions out of William, and William is like sat at the back being like, I'm not sure. We need to wait for Everfield to reappear.
What do you mean by reappear?
He'd look up at that, look mildly annoyed that he's been interrupted.
You finished your sentence!
and say, no one has seen her since last night.
That's concerning.
My hope was that she was with you all.
Last we saw her was last night.
Perhaps you could find her?
That's what we're doing!
Thank you.
This man.
We'll return with her forthwith.
Fair enough.
Sorry. Turn around. Watch out.
Watch out. I think, like, quite quickly you'll probably head downstairs to the library.
Of course it's
Could be visiting Miriam again.
Yeah.
The main library is quiet, and then heading back down into the restricted section again, you can see like Miriam is like sat almost curled up like a cat, in the corner. She's cleared the burned bit and like neatly sorted it and stuff like that. And you can see Earfil is wandering around the restricted section, almost chatting to Miriam, and he's like helping her organise books and like marking the ends of some of the library stacks. So this is your old art section. Can you remember that and stuff like that?
Can you remember
She's trying
that?
to like write on the side of it with a bit of chalk and stuff like that to give Miriam some memory aids and stuff.
That's really sweet.
But you would come down. She looks like Io again. She looks quite human
Cute.
again. But popping down, she would wave to you all. Hello,
Morning.
morning.
Hey.
How'd you feel about doing a ritual?
My understanding is everything is ready. So
Yep,
fuck it, let's go.
let's go.
Sure.
Miriam, are you joining or are you staying with the books?
These are my books.
They will remain your books regardless of your choice.
I don't think anyone will come down here to disturb them today.
No,
Okay.
these are my books.
Okay.
Enjoy your books. They look very organized.
You see Io sort of. Sure. Yeah, you stay here, Miriam. We'll try and get you some help in a bit. Okay?
Do ghosts get dementia?
It's not dementia as such. She's been warped by a spell, and it's like partially broken with the shift of Pearlmire. It got like ripped open. I'm not sure it's made her better. I think it might have made her worse.
This
if I'm honest.
seems worse.
She's less aggressive, but she's struggling to remember things. I don't know. It's a problem for me to solve at some point, but obviously not right now. I get that. I would like to help her. She seems a bit.
Yeah, she's your friend.
Yeah. It's all right. I will tie her into the ritual, so she'll come with us at least.
Good, good.
I've tried asking her, but she keeps just telling me that these are her books. So I'm gonna presume she's gonna. The books are coming with me, so I'm gonna come bring her with the books. At least then she's with the books.
Yeah.
And if I can get her mind back, she can choose where the fuck she wants to go. But for now, she'll go where the books are going.
We may have some
Okay.
supporters amongst the greater body of knights.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the grumpy old knight and the Adolin, right?
Yes, the cult of sorts.
Yeah.
There is an older knight called Sir Siren who he's sharper than he lets on. He's been on to us for quite a while now, and
Quite a while, a day.
Good. Is that a
well, we
quietly kill him in the back kind of thing, or?
No!
well, no, I think I was certainly prepared to last night when we found him down here.
He's fine.
It turns out he's fine. He's actually
Right. Okay.
he wants this too.
You can't just kill people because they disagree with you.
I didn't want to have to, and I certainly don't want to have to kill more knights because they're going to try and stop us, but why are you lecturing me on killing people?
Apparently I'm the moral compass now.
No.
Adolin has a crusade, and he must finish it at any cost.
Okay,
No.
sweet.
You don't murder people, you can't lie to them about your intentions,
What would you-
can't withhold information from them
What would you have
to
done if
trick
Sir
them into
Siren-
following you.
So Siren said, I'm going to walk upstairs and tell the High Observer what you're all up to
You
and who
can
I
tie
was.
him up and stuff, you don't have to jump straight
He's
to
a very
murder.
powerful cleric.
We have glue.
Oh shit, yeah, we have glue that can only be undone with universal solvent, oil of etherealness, or a wish spell.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
how freaking strong this. It's a legendary item and so's the solvent.
That seems more permanent than death.
It's super permanent. I assume it's eternal because not even time will undo this. 1,000,000 jillion years will not undo sovereign glue. Hell was just like waving it around his hand.
You see, Io
Legs
just looks
on
a bit
tight.
like.
Trying to permanently bond a couple of things? I don't know. Physically,
Do
not
we
like...
need this? Like, is this the thing that we
Probably.
need? Oh, okay. Maybe afterwards we could have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And stick a few things together.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
totally. Siren did suggest to us that we would be remiss not to consider the possibility of more celestial interference.
I did presume that was going to happen. It's my understanding that Torm will not be particularly happy about this.
Apparently, he has one of those celestial guides who's told him
William Matthews.
Yeah.
That's one.
that he doesn't want the buildings to do stuff.
Really descriptive.
Pretend
The guy's got the thing that
we
the
were all here for the conversation.
The thing.
We were all here for the conversation multiple times. You know what I mean?
Apparently, you weren't there for the conversation that we were.
Fine.
Yes, he's probably been receiving guidance that says that he's trying.
Yeah.
He has a mission to get the city back to material plane, as opposed to letting it become your domain. But he might not have been included into the bigger picture.
Right. Okay. So
possibly some resistance from knights.
I think
Almost certainly some resistance from angels.
one of my spells is not actually listed on D&D Beyond, and I did forget to add it in, so I'm just gonna real quick make myself a note and hope I don't forget. Actually, can I have a whiteboard pen, please?
I mean, I am under the presumption that we're going to get attacked at some point. I'm a little unclear about who exactly, because I don't really know what the devils are doing outside, but you seem to know what's going on with that, and they don't seem to be that fussed right now, so...
We don't think they're that fast, and I'm gonna motion at Kai and point to wrist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Do you want me to make a phone call? I mean, stone call?
Wrist call?
Wrist call?
yeah, actually. You ask if they've got any plans for things today?
Hey, you got any
Beep,
plans
beep,
for later
beep,
tonight?
beep. I don't know how this works.
Kai has a greater archdevil on speed dial.
I wouldn't say that's a good thing.
Gossip.
They mostly trade gossip.
Hey,
Alright,
unlike
fine,
some
okay, I
people,
do
I've
get
not
it.
slept with her.
Who are you talking about?
You're not here.
Alright, sure, it'd be nice to know if the devils are going to attack us, so if you can get that information.
Beep.
Okay.
Kai would know how it works.
No, I imagine it takes a minute of trying to, figure it out, but eventually you feel that sort of pathway in your brain that is activated when you touch your wrist with your other hand, kind of thing.
What if I have a scratch?
You'll have to try and see.
What happens if your arm gets cut off in the future? Do you have to
And you get a new phone number.
yeah, or do you just kind of hold your hand where it would be and then just think really hard?
You just keep your mummified hand
Yeah.
and touch it.
I think that's the solution. Preserve it
Keep
in a
it
jar.
in a bag.
Just take the hand out and go, right, hello. How?
Stitch the skin into a
Hi.
purse.
Yeah?
Stop it.
I mean, that's how parchment's made.
Less often from human skin.
But not never.
No, never.
Call Polly's girlfriend.
Beep.
You ring up Glacier.
Wait, why am I calling? I've not pressed it yet. What? Just seeing if they have any plans.
Are they coming to crash the party?
Cool.
Today's the day. Will we be seeing you?
Will we be seeing you?
Will we be seeing you?
Okay.
Are you coming to crash the party?
Jesus Christ, sorry.
Take a minute. Seductive devil.
Yeah, I need to pull that out of the hat rather than old man.
Yeah. I mean, they're basically the same.
Yes, okay. So, Glacier would answer after you connect the call. Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. We were just wondering if you had any plans to crash the party later. Or are we all good?
I do enjoy a good party. So it does sound fun. Although, I get the impression you're not asking me whether
This
I'm coming to
wasn't-
dinner.
So much an invite, no.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, another
Let's
time.
say I will be there,
Mm.
but I will not be trying to stop you.
Just to watch.
Just for the drama?
She's a voyeur. She likes to watch.
Let's say yes for the drama, and also should you need any help, I will always be on hand if you have something to trade.
Lovely. Thank you for the heads up. How do you feel about a high knight? Can we just give her William?
Oh my god!
Remove that problem.
It's really
Adolin's
aggressive.
crossed a lot of lines. Sacrificing the High Observer to an Archdevil
Not
is
there
a
yet.
bridge too far.
Not yet.
Maybe he's into it.
It's gonna get there eventually.
Is this all being communicated to her? Have you ended the
I
call?
don't, we're still on the line. I don't know how much of this she can hear.
I think the High
Are you
Observer
in a telepathic bond right now? Or have you set that up for the day?
I hadn't.
Okay.
I woke up and I went to like spells.
Spells.
I unless Kai actively thinks it, I think then I don't think she hears it. So
Okay.
you can have that quick conversation of can we sell the High Observer?
No, you can't have the High Observer soul.
See, Io just like stops in her scribbling and was like, I'm sorry, what?
So apparently giving you the High Observer has been vetoed, but there might be something else on the table.
High Observer Soul would get you a lot.
Well,
Well,
I'll put a pin in
apparently
that.
his brother's in a really good band.
Front row tickets to the Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backstage, VIP.
Oh, darling, I already have those.
I'm not surprised.
Confirmed.
Could you get us in?
Dave Matthews is canon.
What do you have to trade?
I'll give you one favour. Adolin's thinking to himself, like, okay, that's a good break glass. You
That
know.
is, yeah.
I don't want to offer my soul, but a favour.
Uh-huh.
And Gladys is not a fool. She'll not get out. She'll not try and like put a favour out of somebody that would be like would rather die than doing it.
No, because if you die, she take your soul. As you know, you like death is not going to get you out of that one. I'm afraid. So careful.
Yeah, unless you have anything else to like converse with Glazio about, she would politely end the call.
Alright. Have a nice day.
I'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
It's almost more worrying that she's going to be on our side. This is not going to look good if a bunch of angels rock up and we're fighting them alongside devils.
Devil singular.
See, I would be like, yeah, that's not the best optics I'm really wanting to start this with, if you don't mind. You know, but I suppose you fight the battles you can win.
Yeah.
I mean, if she stays out of the way, that's kind of all I'm after.
Yeah.
Our bodyguard's a mean motherfucker. He's a pretty tough dude. He'd be good to have on side. This guy.
Yeah.
That, I mean, if we need it, we need it. Like, I'm not going to say no if we're losing, kind of thing. Like, the goal is to save everybody, and I can't save everybody unless we do this. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather not do it with devils, because that's not going to look good at the end.
Yeah. No, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Should we head back out?
Yeah.
So, just to clarify, are we actively thinking about selling the High Observer's soul?
No! Kai.
Not really.
Right, okay, because I'm going to say that might be a step too far for me. I don't
I wasn't really
like
wanting his soul. I was just like, boy toy.
that might be slavery.
That's almost worse.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just as opposed to that.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, I don't control you, and I have no desire to, but please don't. Certainly not in my name. Yeah?
So I can do it in my own name?
It's up to you.
Yes.
You have free
Anyway.
will. I
Shall we
might
go
come
draw
and
this?
kill you if you do, because it seems
Fair.
wrong.
Yeah. Okay, again, you shouldn't jump straight to killing people.
I don't know, selling somebody's soul seems like a pretty killable offence. You just
Yeah, we're not.
like
cool
put
with
somebody
that.
into eternal
right.
damnation.
Anyway. Shall we go draw a magic circle?
Let's.
Do we need to draw a circle?
Yes, I
Cool.
will need a magic circle. I believe you collected a load of rubies for a very similar circle that I will be utilising, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get all that going. Is it? I imagine it's going to be very apparent as the circle is getting drawn. Whoever's writing these runes is going to quickly clock what is actually going on.
Why?
because nobody upstairs actually knows that this is to promote you.
Do the people upstairs have a good understanding of magic circles?
Some of them actually do.
Complex magic circles?
Some of them do.
Maybe some of those cleric wizards.
Some of the mages might, yeah.
Oh.
The ones that are still alive.
Well,
Bless them.
let's put them at the back for the viewing
Yeah.
then.
Mm-hmm.
They
Maybe
can't
they're
see it.
short.
Yeah. I mean, once it's started, as long as I get to the end, it'll be alright.
Okay.
I guess it depends on, am I drawing it and then leaving it for several hours for everybody to look at, or am I drawing it and getting on with it?
Hopefully getting on with it. Okay, we'll try and make sure you're given lots and lots and lots of space.
Cool. I guess the last bit here is, we haven't really spoken to the people, have we?
We have.
And, oh, sorry, have you told them they're going to a divine domain? And that they can stay there? And that I need a bit of
I think
belief?
we did. I think we did.
I think there was a bit of that.
We said that we were leaving the plane. I don't think we specified where were we going or that they could stay there for, particular kind of like reasons.
I feel like we might have skipped a little bit there.
Okay. Well, we can go put the word out discreetly.
Is that what we want? Discreet? Or do I go up and... I don't know, I feel like I should be out there, like... We're trying to get people to believe in me, right? Because that's what I need. I need the domain, I need the power, and I need the people. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a P word for domain, that'd be great. 3 P's.
Place.
Providence.
I like both of those. Providence sounds a bit more official.
Yes.
Providence, people, and... I forgot that one.
Prayer?
Power.
Power. Prayer?
That's the people, isn't it?
Sure.
Sure. Ooh, providence, prayer, and power. I like... This is not important. Right, sorry.
Branding.
Good marketing, yeah.
We need them to believe in me. I don't want to trick them into believing me,
Yeah.
They believe I'm helping them. But that's different from them believing that I'm a god, right? Well, I could be a god.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how open to be about it. Like, that some knights will see this as treason. I'm worried about the reaction from the knights. But I guess if they are offered the choice of you can stay or you can return home.
I mean, I'm always going to offer people that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get them stuck. Even if they want to choose to believe in me but wander off, I'm fine with that as well. That's cool. I need some people on the material plane, kind of thing. I don't want to trick people in what's happening. That doesn't feel right. I want to... Because the citizens don't know what's happening. They know that I'm about to save them, but they have no understanding of what that means, do they? I want to tell them. I want to tell them that I'm going to move us
Today's the day. Fuck it.
to a divine domain. I think it might be best if we don't specify it's my divine domain. I think that's going to cause you all an argument, and I'd like to maybe specify that it's not that. But I'd like to tell everyone that it's going to be a divine domain, and they can stay there with me if they want, and I will look after them. However, they don't have to stay.
Let's do it. Yeah. Fuck it.
Cool.
That's the attitude. I like it.
Nice.
Let's go with snap decisions. Great.
Adolin just crams the anxiety down and goes, you know what? If we're not going to be open today of all days, why are we even doing this? Fuck it.
We've hit the fuck it bucket. Okay, let's go.
We've hit fuck it.
Yeah. Let's go.
She would head back up the stairs with you and just like yell back to Miriam like, please, stay here, Miriam. You'll be alright. And Miriam's like, yes, my books. Yes, Miriam.
The books are saying here, stay with your books.
The look on Miriam's face is like an old woman that is just like, the fuck? Of course these are my books. Of course I'm staying here.
Good.
She has no comprehension of what's going on. There's definitely been like a decline in her mental state, which is a bit of a shame.
Poor lady.
But I would come back upstairs, lead you back upstairs, and as she like steps into the main library again, you'd see she sort of like like draw herself up a little bit, and there'd be that like burst of power again, so that she goes into that more angelic form that she's been sort of appearing to people as. So she looks more impressive than casual Io, who's wandering about the library kind of thing.
They were Io and formal Io.
You okay?
Yes. What?
You just
How's in my mind's eye?
oh, okay.
My mind's eye, if you will.
Yes.
Awesome. So heading back upstairs. Io says that she'd like to just get things going now.
Yeah.
Where are we doing this?
Outside, maybe?
I actually like the main foyer upstairs.
How about that place with the giant orange? I think that would be the perfect
Yeah, sounds
spot.
great.
Yeah, ideal.
Giant orange. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Main foyer.
What main foyer? It's directly over where the other one was done.
Oh, okay.
So it's at the centre point.
Sure.
It means I'm not going to lose part of the city. Although
Perfect.
I'm not 100% convinced I can get the bit over the river, if you know. It's a bit fucked.
That's unfortunate. But everybody got past there, right? The bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
there
one's
is
there
nobody
anymore,
there.
and it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Although that's where the
Pocket
pocket
dimension.
dimension is.
Yeah.
I can try.
Yeah.
Although I'm not even sure if a pocket dimension would survive the jump.
That's
you know?
fair.
But they've survived here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll give it a go.
Mhm.
But I make no guarantees about that bit. It's a bit shaky as is.
We'll go start telling the people to gather up.
Okay. Thank you. Walk upstairs and like there's just like a light raven that starts following you up the stairs behind you. Hello. A little bit confused, caught the last bit of that conversation, was like, okay,
Ooh.
We're heading
something's
up.
happening.
Gathering
important
people in
so
the main foyer.
Alright, I'll go get the light ravens.
Yeah.
Okay, oh sure.
Sounds good.
And see they split off kind of thing. And as like Io like steps upstairs, like she's quite obviously like vaguely glowing and stuff. She does not blend in the slightest, particularly because she's now like I don't know, 6 foot something. She's very tall when she's in her angelic form and stuff like that, with big wings and everything. So works out quite a bit. You can see the knights, like one of them runs off, and William quite quickly steps forward and like bows to her and then says, "Eva, thank you for returning. We were worried for a second there. Thank you. It is
Insight check. Was that sincere? Were they worried?
you can roll if you please."
Okay.
Advantage. No telepathy bond. Sorry.
I will get on that, I promise. Oh no, insight's not the one that I have advantage on. Let me check.
I am proficient and quite wisdomous.
5.
Insight's not one I have the advantage on.
So sincere.
That takes me up to 10.
Very sincere.
17.
Fairly sincere? Okay. Yeah, you see, so William would step forwards and address Io, and you see Io say, yes, my apologies, I needed to rest, but thank you, yes, I would like to get started, please, if possible, but I would like to speak to everyone first. And you see William looks a little confused and says, about what exactly? And I will reply with, well, I'd like everyone to know what is happening before it happens, so they have a choice. And you can see William sort of like, I mean, everyone will go home. They won't stay. As you said, you take everybody home. And you can see I think it's best if I just make the announcement rather than this hushed conversation. And you can see William sort of but she's already like stepped back and stepped like up onto the staircase a little bit and like fluffed her wings out so she looks really grand and stuff.
Yeah. Real quick, can I like scope out the people? Because I realised like I would have probably done this downstairs, but like I didn't specify, so like just scope out the people that I want for telepathic bond and just get on that.
She'll start concentrating on that. Yeah, if you can give me a list of that at some point, that'd be great. Of like who you want.
As long as the classics are in the vicinity, then I would take all of those, please and thank you.
Yes, including Belinda.
Yeah,
Clifford?
absolutely. And Clifford for sure.
Okay.
Yes, they are well trained in the bond now. Yeah.
Yes, you do not just get Clifford vomit anymore.
You know that it's like up to 10 willing creatures, and when I first saw it, I was like, 10? You never got up to 10, and now I'm like, we're pushing it. We're getting there.
You gotta pick your NPCs at this
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see Io would like step back up onto the stairs, Fluffer rings out a little bit and say, please, if everybody could gather, I would like to speak to everyone. And there'd be like a rush of excitement as like everybody would pick themselves up out of sleeping quarters, and as much as is possible, like not everybody can fit in to the main foyer that is here, but everybody that can will, and you can see like a lot of the main players are getting like pushed to the front. You'd see Garen and Lena would like appear, squeezing through the crowd a little bit to get to the front and stand next to William and stuff. So you can have Lena as well if you want.
Yeah, I do. I'm just catching people's eye. I mean, like, as I'm just like hooking them in, and so they
Bond!
so they can either like accept it or they can be like, nah, right.
Lena would accept if you
Cool.
offer it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, does anybody have anything else they want to do?
I don't think so.
No.
We didn't wait
Ready
and see
to
what's about to
go.
happen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You'd see Io would, once everybody is gathered, and say, thank you. I realise this is a difficult time and I want to move quickly to try and help you as best as I can. It's not clear to me that it's been fully explained to everyone what is about to happen. And I want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on so you can choose your own fates. I am going to take us to another plane. That is not your home plane, not directly. I will be taking the entire city as it is, and you can see like there's starting to like murmurs of confusion breaking out at this. The entire city of Perlma, I will be taking that to somewhere in the upper planes. From there, everyone will then be out of hell, and you will be safe. You will then have a choice, and this is 100% each of your individual choices. You can stay in this upper plane with Perlmeyer, with me, or I can take you back to the material plane. I can do either for every individual person, that is fine. It will take me a bit to get absolutely everybody back home, but I will do it. I will take the time to do that, to get you all home. You can stay with me on this divine domain if you wish. It will be a lush, beautiful city again. It won't be a ruin. We can build a civilization there, should you so wish. But I do want to stress, you do not have to stay. I will not make any of you stay. But I need to move the city there to get us out of hell. Okay? And you can see there's like a lot of murmurs of confusion as everybody like looks around amongst themselves. And like somebody from the crowd like yells out like, when do we make the choice? And see, you feel that after we've moved, I need to move everybody first, and then I can gather you into groups to send home.
I think I said over the bond, like, would it be... We want to try and draw up some support, right? So
Yeah. I was literally checking if I had thaumaturgy to be like...
Thunderous applause.
Yeah. Not thunderous, but like enough to be like, oh, right, people are with her. Yeah, okay, right, that seems okay.
yeah. How treasonous would it look if Adolin were to like...
Woo!
Woo! Rah!
Yeah, no, I think that's
I'm
nice.
with you! Wah!
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Polly's going all out. She pledged her loyalty yesterday, so she's like, ah!
Okay, so there's like a general agreement between yourselves that you're all like showing support outwardly, whether that's like yeah, like politely in the beginning, getting like louder as like you can drum up some more support kind of thing.
I think Adolin thinks about something more affirming to say and shouts something like, I'll follow you anywhere.
Oh,
That's very romantic. Oh, hi.
Have you seen last week's Doctor Who episode?
No, I've not
Because
watched
nobody's
Doctor Who
seen
in
it.
such a long time.
No.
Sorry.
Two separate
I'm
people say that to the Doctor.
I'm
Aw.
so behind.
They're like, I would do anything for you. And his boyfriend's in the background like, excuse me?
Oh my god, yes. Okay, I think like there'd be like a bit of confusion, and then you'd see one of the knights like push his way forwards through the crowd, and I think Adolin, you might recognise him as one of the Dragonborn that was part of Zelani's crew that went to go and defeat the chain. You'd see he'd step forwards and he'd drop to one knee and say, "I would like to stay. Without you, I would not be here, and I would like to stay."
Wow.
When he's saying stay, does he mean stay with her?
Stay with her.
Yeah, you can see like he's very much like in
Holy
like I'm
shit.
dedicating it.
Let's go.
to you.
Was he a follower of Torm or another one of the three? Can you tell from his like?
I mean, with a bit of like racial stereotyping, it's statistically likely he was Bahamut,
yeah.
because he's a Dragonborn. But I don't think it's possible to tell based on
Sorry.
the armor he's currently wearing. Because he's got like it's too battered to tell what the
Okay.
insignia on the front
Wow,
is.
that's big.
Yeah.
You see, there's like
Just gotta break the ice and then they all start coming
Yeah, this is one of those really like heroic movies where like I will join.
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Hi, Patrick. You see, there's that murmur, and that's you can and like that almost like it goes from like confusion and apprehension to oh,
This
and,
is
like
a
excitement
we're allowed to
and
do
like
this.
oh no, this is an opportunity. This isn't something to be scared of, and you can see like this.
She's going to save us. She's going to save us.
She has saved us.
You're doing like prestidigitation competition, you get voices around the crowd kind of thing. You see a woman steps forwards and she's like holding like her one of her children in her arms and
I
like
checked to see
pulling
if it's
the
a little
other
girl.
one. It's not. And she says,
Kid's dead.
Stop.
No, she went home. She never came to hell in the first place.
It's fine. Her and her brother are vibing.
Can you stick that over the side? Thank you.
but she would step forwards and say, "Can my family stay as well?"
Aww.
And Eophil would say, "Yes, you are all welcome to stay."
Where are they?
I
The
think
children that
they're
she's leaving.
holding the children.
Oh,
yeah.
the
Why?
assumption.
Why would they not be allowed to stay?
The children.
Only
There's
girls.
a-
This is an
There's a
adults only
lower
divine
age
realm.
limit to the people welcome.
Yeah.
And you see there's like different murmurs there of okay. And the,
What if you have family who aren't here just now? Could they be brought from the material plane to the upper plane?
with a bit of organisation and a little bit of time, yes.
Woo!
My
That's
first
a good
priority is to make
question.
you all safe, and then to get everyone that doesn't want to be in my domain out.
That makes sense.
Then we can focus on individual cases to make sure everyone is happy, because that is the goal here, that you're safe and you're happy. Okay?
Big
There's
fan
lots of cheers
safety
with
and
that.
happiness.
And I think all of you could quite clearly see that, like, William Matthews
Yes.
does not look particularly happy. He is,
I
like,
will glue him to the floor.
politely clapping, but he looks a bit growly.
I think I'm witnessing treason here. Lots and lots of
I
treason.
smell treason! I think interestingly enough as well, you can see Zelani is like Zelani, the brass dragonborn that led the one of the contingents to the chains, is stood at the back, but up like slightly on a box, so he's like looking out over the crowd. You can see he's like leaning back against the wall and is sort of like curiously watching everything.
Insight check.
It's a check.
Yeah,
But somebody else do it because I'm bad.
Okay.
Like, plus 2
Do you have
or something.
proficiency?
I do have proficiency.
have
Have I
proficiency.
been able to do the thingy, or is it...
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do this.
Oh, I have plus 3 actually.
because you've had 10 minutes of like Io making a speech and then answering
Nice.
individual questions from the hundreds of people.
Cool, I'm gonna take the 18 and not the nat 1.
Are you sure?
I'll take the 16 and not the 2.
I'll take the 26.
Okay.
24.
21.
24, 21 and 26?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
We read him so easily.
You would see that he looks
Johnny's going,
impressed. He does look impressed. He looks you can see like he is quite obviously flicking his attention between Eophil, yourselves, and William Matthews.
Yeah.
Wow, these people should work on a promotions team.
Almost
Okay.
like we're all on one team together.
Amazing. This is very promising.
But Eofield, thank you all. I'm glad that you're now all informed, and please know that your safety is my priority, and it is my intention to make sure that you are no longer in peril. And if you wish to return to the material plane, that is fine. Please know that that is fine, and that is always going to be fine. Thank you. I would also like everyone to clear the foyer. Thank you. You can see there's been yeah, and everyone like clapping and cheering a little bit more, and then starting to disperse backwards.
Because this is going to get real dicey. Not everyone's as happy as you are.
As she steps forwards, and you can see like William Matthews like steps forwards and says, "It was my understanding that everyone would be returning the material plane."
If
We
we want
can't
to.
force them to.
And you can see Io would very pointedly dip down and whisper something in his ear. Step back. His face is like anger at that.
What?
She would
It's
smile
okay.
politely
Oh, no.
and walk away.
Oh no.
What did you say to him?
Hey.
How close are we to her?
How classy was
You
that?
can step forwards
Yeah.
and like talk to her. She would have effectively just like walked to the middle of the room and was like looking up at the ceiling a little bit and then looking down at the floor, and then like would wave you all over.
Sweet. Okay.
Right. Rubies? You said there was ruby
Yes.
dust?
So
Yes.
many rubies.
What did you say to him?
That was very.
What you needed to hear, shall we say?
Okay. Who has the ruby dust? Bag of holding? Probably.
Here's the bag of holding.
Not me. You.
Yeah, I got the bag of holding.
You have the bag of bees.
It's true, I do.
Bag of bees. Yeah.
Which is technically a bag of holding, but not the one we are looking
It's the
for.
wrong bag.
It's full of bees, not rubies.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going in the bag of holding, like, kind of pulling out, like,
Rubies.
sacks of ruby dust.
Nice.
Okay.
Rubies
pulling that
are
out.
bees that have little pouches for their babies.
No.
And she-
Oh, I was
Rubies.
thinking they're all very tiny drag queens.
Drag
I
bees.
don't know which one I like better. Both. Thank you. Cool. So you can all help me if you like. Otherwise, I'm quite happy just to sort this out myself because obviously rubes, it's annoying. Though I think you could be pretty good at this.
Hey!
And a steady hand is always appreciated.
Mm.
And you'd see like she'd pull a scroll out from in like her waistband effectively, though it appears to like magically appear kind of thing. It's a bit cool. And she'd like
It's a bit cool.
It's a bit cool. And she'd unfurl it, and you can see she's got a design sketched on it, and you can see that it is like heavily similar to what Arva did, but there are some runes that's changed. And she looks at this and says, right, so we need to make this pattern on the floor, and then I activate it. That's how it works.
What would happen if you activated it, the one on the paper?
It's not ruby, so it doesn't work.
Fair enough.
It's just pencil. Sorry. So I need the rubies. That's all right. Yeah, I can still have those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sack of ruby dust, sack of ruby dust, sack of ruby dust.
Thank you. So she would like show you all. She's been a little cagey with the design kind of thing. She's actively trying to make sure that any of the other Knights of Ash that are like vaguely trying to watch what's going on don't really see the design that she's got on the paper, and she's just like
I like some
showing it
bees
to
out,
all.
so it's like a big cloud that just kind of obscures.
Oh.
Ah!
God.
Very subtle. The cloud of
Subtle.
bees get
I
released.
go, oh no!
They escape.
And I
Whoopsie
try
daisy.
very, very minimally effort to try and like herd them back into the bag.
I think Belinda vaguely gets the idea, and she sort of spreads her wings and like, oh
It's making it worse.
no! A little
They're
bit.
trying to
This is the
like flap the
fucking
bees around.
Bee tornado.
Do you watch 911?
No.
The first episode of the new season was there's a guy in a lorry transporting a swarm of killer bees, but he was driving at night, so they were asleep, but they got stuck in a traffic jam and the van overheated, and then all the bees woke up and escaped and created a bee tornado, and then they flew up into the air, and then a commercial jet got caught in the swarm of bees and there was a huge airplane crash.
What the fuck? That's so many things. It was just like
Yes.
the people kept on going yes and
Yes, and the person that landed the plane was a police officer who was transporting a criminal to give testimony, but the criminal was the guy that murdered her dead husband.
But also he was.
Somebody's got to be allergic to bees in this as well.
Oh yeah, there was a separate, unrelated somebody else that was on the motorway when it first started, was trapped in her car with her young child, and both of them were deadly allergic to bees, and they got in through the air vents.
Oh no!
Oh, that's freaky. But also the murderer was a beekeeper, and he could save the day, but they just wouldn't let him. They didn't trust him because of the murder.
That was not it, but a small child with an autistic child with hyperfixation on an airplane video game did help land the plane.
That's cool.
After all of the fins and everything that could like move the plane broke off, and then they had to land it on the motorway.
This same motorway.
Yes.
Oh my god. There's too many things going on.
Isn't
So
that
we've only got
one?
two things going on. We have bees and we have one peg.
This is so sensible.
It's very chill in comparison.
So Io is asking Kai for help. with
Yep.
setting this up. She'd politely say to Adolin, "Do you mind terribly trying to get rid of William Matthews? He's not fucking happy with me, and I'd rather he was in a different room."
I'll see what I can do.
I really
Go
like
use
this
your amazing
IO.
social skills.
Yesterday's IO was super weird and awkward, and this was just like so chill and being like, he's really fucking pissed at me. Can you get rid of him?
I mean, I told him to go fuck himself, but oh, he's still here.
Hey, person that's devoted their life to me now, go do my orders.
Adolin starts like the crowd control, just like everybody step back, please. Everybody step back. Everybody step back.
Angel working, angel working.
Gets around to like the senior leadership and goes, excuse me, sirs, could we clear a little bit more space, please?
No, isn't really an option here.
This. I'll be like, yeah, if you could please.
River of sweat is running down his back.
It's
Just pouring.
it's for your safety, and also to show a bit of kind of like you can maybe what's the word some morale for the civilians. Like keep them on one side.
See, Garen would like lean forwards from behind William and say, "Sir, perhaps it would be best to give the angel space that she needs to complete the work to save the citizens."
Yeah.
And see William like would look around at him with that face that said, "You fuck."
Everyone around me has betrayed me.
And there's a bit of like,
And he's not wrong.
Yes.
I genuinely think like you as people are like clued in enough of this. He is getting the impression something is going fucking on here, and he is not happy.
At some point you need to question if every single person you trust is on the opposite side to you. Maybe you're the one in the wrong.
Exactly. That's why I was like, would he turn on his spirit guide? But it seems.
And there's a bit of a cloak swoop, and he'd turn around and walk back into like the command center area. You see Gregor and just sort of then follows.
Adolin would make eye contact and go, oh.
Blessed day. Good luck.
And keep shuffling people up and kind of get to Zalani and say, you're welcome to remain and watch, sir. We just need a little more space.
See, Zalani would like quietly get up, and you can see quite quickly like his bodyguard like shifts with him massively. She's quite intimidating.
Dragonborn?
Battle axe, yeah, that like. And he stands up and he looks at you all and he's like, "Pardon? We've put a lot of faith in you. Please do not disappoint us.
Stop poking me.
Please know."
Oh, it's you. I'm so sorry.
We are testing loyalties here. I'm aware of that. And I'm aware of the fact that the Knights of Ash are not one unit in that test. Be careful, but do not disappoint people. They trust you to save them. And while you are continuing to do that, you have my loyalty. You put them at risk, and I will not hesitate to combat you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will go and deal with William for
Insight
you.
check. I think this guy doesn't like us.
And a heads up next time would have been appreciated. Percy
What specifically?
steps,
I'm not there.
turns around and walks away. You can see his bodyguard sort of glares down at you for a long moment. Bearing in mind, you've seen this woman in battle, cleaving demon and devils in half. During that fight by the
5%.
by the chain, so you're well aware of what she's capable of. And you can see that flicker of flame in her nostrils as she glares down at you before she turns and walks away.
Adolin tries to conjure a little bit of angelic light around himself in response.
No.
Yeah, I can do it too.
I'm a big boy too!
Oh, I can't wait to play a character that's just not a child.
Not a child!
To be fair, Adolin's
You're a
what,
baby.
21, 22?
That's a
infant.
baby.
An infant.
Yeah.
Yes.
One with some self,
Basically a toddler.
one with some self-confidence.
Yes. Okay. So, Kai, you are
drawing runes.
actively helping with the runes and the placing of the rubies and things like that.
Do
And
I
the two
need to
of you
roll
are,
or does it just happen?
you're taking your time,
Cool.
so it does not need roll. Every time there's a something that isn't quite right, either I will help you fix it, or you will help her fix it, kind of thing. Everybody else can sort of pitch in and be like, that doesn't quite look right, and sort of fix it. You've got a bit of time to do that.
It's the most high stakes game of Spot the Difference ever.
Yes, effectively. There's a bit of turning the paper upside down a couple of times. You're like, no, this is the orientation here. For fuck's sake, kind of thing. It's quite comedical. I was surprisingly laid back considering what's about to happen. But Well, thank you so much for joining us today on this Glasgow 2024 Twitch stream. We hope you enjoyed it. We don't have many sessions of this left. This is 28, 29.
It's 29.
And we're not anticipating there to be too many more now.
Right.
We're nearly all done.
There might only be one left if we get TPK next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say yes. You're supposed to go, no, you're going to be too fine.
But thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you on the next stream of Let's Roll Hell and High.
Fare thee well.
15th of June.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.